bombs.
Keith, you know, ever since you've gotten to the spotlight, you're one of the favorite fighters from the hardcore boxing fans. But tonight they were harsh. It was the first time you've heard some boos. Did that change your was tonight the first time you kind of were like, screw the fans? Did they piss you off?
I mean, screw those fans. You know what I'm saying?
That booed.
Yeah, screw those fans. You know what I'm saying? Come do me. Come step in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Come step in the ring and come do my job. You know, I mean, Adrian Broner's talked about how much respect we deserve. Floyd Mayweather's talked about how much respect we deserve. How much respect every opponent, every man, doesn't matter if they've gotten knocked out. Everybody deserves respect who is in the ring. If you're outside of the ring, you really need to keep your mouth shut.
Well said.
So, Keith, what's the harder fight, Maidana or Khan?
Man, that's a good question, because at the end of the day, Khan brings speed and boxing ability, where Maidana is power. So I'm one time, but if I step in with Maidana, I can get one time. I won't get one time by Khan, but, you know, we might hit a draw, it might be difficult, we might have a controversial loss, we might just get outboxed. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I can stop him. He most likely won't be able to stop me. So the difficulty that I see right now is almost fair, because it's different aspects of difficulty.
A lot of people were saying that Amir wouldn't accept the fight with you, given how he takes punishment, and it's more likely a Maidana fight would happen. Would you agree with that?
I don't know, man. I mean, what matters the most is that that I sit down with Al first thing next year, practically January 1st, and we look at the blueprint and we see what kind of doors open up. The world knows that I'm ready, man. I always keep talking about how I'm ready, how I'm ready, how I'm ready. And no matter what happens, no matter who they put in the ring with me, I'm constantly going to evolve and just get more ready. So in reality, man, if these boys think they can beat me, they better beat me now and not later.
How would you rate your performance tonight overall in comparison to you at the StubHub Center, knocking people out? Like, how comfortable were you in the ring tonight?
Oh, I was extremely comfortable. You know, after the first round, I knew there was nothing he could do. I studied him, and I realized exactly what I studied was right. It's almost like Muhammad Ali when he said, you know, homeboy's flat-footed. He ain't going to be able to touch me. He can't do this, and he can't do that. You know, the way we studied the tape, I had a feeling that he was going to do all that herky-jerky movement. It was going to be awkward. See, if you're throwing combinations at somebody and they're like this, they're southpaw, then that means naturally their head is going to naturally start to lean in this angle, okay? Back, you know, over, it's going to drop down into this angle. And as soon as they switch this way, now it's going to drop down to this angle. And this guy, not only was he switching in front of me, see, it's here, here. See, so it's almost similar to doing this, but this is not switching. This is not switching, and it's putting your head on both sides. But he was getting his head on both sides here. But then when he backed up, wow.
Sure.
Wow. See that? It's awkward, man. I mean, I don't know too many fighters that do that. I've never faced a fighter that ever did that. So I was learning, I was paying attention, but at the end of the day, he had to beat me. I'm holding on to the title. So when he was in front of me and he was moving, but he wasn't throwing punches, I was using my jab, getting off first. I was getting more accurate. I was feinting the jab, coming with little uppercuts, feinting the jab, coming around with little hooks. And because of all his herky-jerkiness, I was more content with landing the blow instead of sitting down and winging the blows, you know? And I mean, like I said, man, I'm a boxer puncher. We're always evolving. You think you know what you're going to see when you watch Keith One Time Thurman, but you don't. All you have to do is show up and just prepare for an interesting performance every time.
Follow-up question. I tapped my neighbor around the 7th round, and I think I saw your body language say, this is going to a decision. Were you thinking that? Were you thinking that in the 7th, 8th round?
Practically, because I was going to win the decision. You know, the blueprint at that point was just working so well. It was like fundamental. 2 + 2 = 4. You can't ever screw that up. You know what I'm saying? So why do something else? You know, Floyd's not the only one that can go 12 rounds. Floyd's not the only one that can make the crowd boo. You know what I'm saying? So there's fight fans, like I said, man, at the end of the day, you are watching boxing. You need to know that first. A lot of people say, all right, hey, man, yo, Friday night, Saturday night, man, there's fights. Let's go to the fight, man. We're going to watch a fight. All right? First off, you're watching a boxing match, and that boxing match might end up being a fight. You need to understand the formula. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 2 + 2 always equals 4. So you are always watching boxing first, and a fight might occur within the sport of boxing, but you will be watching boxing first.
We